And we're back. New episode, Gary Hobbs, the podcast. We are in Eagle Pass, Texas. Johnny Davila's in the house.
In the house.
Little D, David Villanueva.
Yes, sir.
Compadre Jay-Z, Jaime Samago.
Oh, yeah.
Yours truly, the OG, the old Gary Hobbs, Eagle Pass, Texas. Once again, episode number 4, guys. Episode number 4. Ahí le vamos. Remember, when we get to 100 episodes, I thought of area. That's where the money is at. You listen to Gary Hobbs, the podcast, GaryHobbs.com, Amazon Music, Audible, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, LaMeraleona.net radio at 12 noon on Saturdays. And you said something new. It went to something new. You told me the other day. Podcast.com.
Oh, yeah, it was podcast.com, yeah.
Okay, podcast.com. Hey, subscribe, hit the like, ring the bell, and what, Johnny? Share.
And share.
And share. Gary Hobbs, the podcast. Man, we're just going to dive into it, ladies and gentlemen. So it's something that I saw. It's being reported by Tejano Nation. Tejano Nation. Credible, very credible source in our industry. But so the Texas Country Music Association. I said that in one breath. The Texas Country Music Association. Now, let me say it again. Texas Country Music Association.
You got to put that twang in it.
Yeah, they're having awards November 9th, 2025. Billy Bob's, Texas. Been there, done it, gracias a Dios. Beautiful place.
Awesome place.
Historic Fort Worth Stockyards. Headlining that night is going to be Kevin Fowler. I got to meet Kevin Fowler 2-3 times. Oh, let's just put it out there. Look, I played for David Lee Garza, Los Musicales, birthday. They're at Cowboys Dance Hall, ¿verdad? In San Antonio. I met Kevin Fowler. And Kevin Fowler me said, how does a gringo like you speak that Spanish really? And I dije, pues es que soy más Mex-Tex than Tex-Mex, right? And then and there, I told him in front of David Lee Garza and I told him in front of Joey Rodriguez, let's do a Texas country cruise. And he said, let's do it. And hasta la fecha, guess who's doing the Texas country cruise now?
Ahora.
Joey Rodriguez. Joey, man, friends.
With friends like those.
Call me J-Rod. Call me. Okay, the Texas Country Music Association. Okay, as reported by Tejano Nation, they have a second annual Tejano category, Artist of the Year. So my first couple of questions is, what are the prerequisites to be considered or to qualify to be Artist of the Year at the second annual Tejano category for Texas Country Music Association? Anybody got that?
And I got that right here, Gary.
Okay,
I got
give it to me.
Give
it to me, baby.
The category is Texas Country Artist or Band of the Year.
Or band.
This category represents a noted Tejano country artist or band with a traditional Tejano sound and instrumentation.
Okay, cut. What? Tejano country artist.
Yes.
Even that, how do you define it? Somebody that's singing country music? Because a lot of Tejano bands, they do a country cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
So what makes them Tejano country? Now, later, I want to come back to the conversation. Tejano country, Tejano norteño, Tejano conjunto. Where's us, the Tejano progressive, Tejano keyboards or whatever? Okay, now go back to the prerequisites, please.
Well, no, and it touches on that. It says occasionally blended with country music, traditional or progressive in style, that has demonstrated an exceptionally successful year of playing shows and releasing current music.
Okay, objection, sir. Okay,
Ahora.
Texas country. What does it have to have? A fiddle? Does it have to have a steel guitar? Does it have to have a twang? I mean, see how anybody can kind of hit on those things.
It says right here, traditional Tejano sound and instrumentation.
A lot of people complaining about the Tejano Music Awards. You know, que no, pues eso es conjunto, eso es Tejano. That's old school. You know, well, no, my music, the new album, Soy Libre, Freddy Records, Gary Hobbs, that is Tejano and it's new. It's not old school.
True.
Oh, but that's old style. No. So now there's Tejano country guys, right?
Yeah.
Did he say anything else about?
That's it.
Okay,
Are they
now
trying to say something about the style, Flaco Jimenez style? That
yeah.
country style with accordion and fiddles and all of the above.
I bet you Flaco can do a country, but okay. So here it is. This is where we sound like haters, but we're not haters. We're not haters, at least not today. But okay, look, the nominees, man: Texas Latino, Keith Nieto, Ram Herrera, Nuevo Regiment, and Sonny Sauceda. Okay, so if these are the 5 nominations, finalists, ¿verdad? My question is, what is the prerequisite? Because Jay Perez does a lot of country.
True.
No, I don't know if remember, he recorded Steel Rain, powerful CD.
Oh, that's nice.
The 90s.
Yeah.
Steel Rain,
Really good.
did great. Okay, there's other David Ligarzo Los Musicales without Joey Rodriguez. But Billy O'Rourke does country, like all of their shows. He does really great. So Texas Latino, we know of Texas Latino. They're a great band. They've been around for a long time.
Yep.
They put out hits, and they continue to do real Tejano. I'm sorry if I hit somebody between the eyes on that, because they do real Tejano. That's just me, real Tejano. Now, Keith Nieto, compadre, or somebody, I don't mean to be...
Norteño sax.
Okay, now, I'm sure Keith Nieto doesn't know who Gary Hobbs is, okay? But this is a Tejano category in Artist of the Year at Texas Country Music Association. Now, Keith Nieto,
he's out of the Maquinaria Norteña. He used to be with Maquinaria Norteña. He's a sax player, songwriter.
Y ya no está con, now I've heard of...
No,
he's not there anymore. I think he was with one of his brothers there, and they separated, sort of like what we're talking last time on the last podcast, that they wanted to change a little bit the style, and they were going a little bit more progressive and not staying as the roots that they started, the music they started back in 2000s, early 2000s.
Okay, so they've been around.
So
but I've heard some of the music, they're great. I mean, shoot, if Bruno Mars sings in Spanish tomorrow, does it make him
Tejano?
Actually, I think he did sing. Yeah.
Now Ram Herrera, no question, the guy's phenomenal. And Ram just got married, so congratulations, Ram.
Saludos.
Mr. Ram Herrera and his lovely wife, of course, Liz, Mr. and Mrs. Herrera. Now, Ram Herrera has been singing country since, I think, the very first time I ever saw him. I think he's one of the most natural singers, the Tejano, that sings country. There's no twang. There's no. He's just.
Never-ending love.
He's got a voice for.
Never-ending love. The Chair.
Yeah. Well, he's got. He's
several.
I got a never-ending love, and it doesn't sound twangy. So I can see Ram Herrera at Artist of the Year at a Texas Country Music Association. Now, Nuevo Regiment.
I had never heard of this name before prior for today, right? So I kind of looked something up, and according to this, it's an emerging Tejano cowboy cumbia band, whatever that means, right? I really never.
They play cumbias and they wear boots.
More than likely, I have no idea. So according to this, they have Story of My Life, Cowboy Cumbia, and Tiempo al Tiempo. So
Cowboy Cumbia from Javier Molina?
Probably.
Javier Molina,
yeah, from Javier Molina, yeah.
Now, he would have definitely been in the Artist of the Year for Tejano category.
Sure.
Yeah, so it kind of touches on going back to what makes it Tejano, right? So, man, it's so many things, I guess, to just open up the floor to it, right? So, I mean, who do we ask? Who's going to go ahead and lay it out? This is going to be this, categorize it, right? So everybody can be on the same page.
Well, and then the 5th nominee is Sonny Sauceda. Man, Sonny Sauceda. He's just everywhere.
He's everywhere.
Latin Grammys on TikTok. He's
sticking out his
We just talked to him about him last week in a good way. How he's doing new things and so. But now Sonny sings country. So does Art Tijerina.
He must have a lot of friends in high places.
And he sounds really good.
He's got friends.
He's got friends in high places.
We're the opposite. We got friends in low places. But so Texas Latino, Keith Nieto, Ram Herrera, Nuevo Regiment.
Yeah, I
Nuevo Regiment, and Sonny Sauceda. Now again, now if it says new music that they recorded. Okay, so on the Soy Libre album, Freddy Records, Gary Hobbs, there's a song there, Change Partners.
Okay.
And that's kind of like a old style two-step swing, Texas swing. And I got that song from Hector Gutierrez, who plays it like in a style that Frank Sinatra did. But that song comes from a movie, Fred Astaire, and what was it, Ginger Rogers? One of those movies in the 30s. And he's dancing and he wants to get closer. Change Partners. Okay, would that qualify us as a Tejano category for
It should.
It should, yeah.
Right?
Texas
Yeah,
Country
right.
Music Association? It's brand new. Now, we didn't record that because of that, right? Soy Libre was something that, man, there's several cumbias are a little bit different. And when somebody tells me, because they told me the other day, hey, Gary, estás cambiando el estilo, and I go, why do you say that? Pues las cumbias, pues Juan Treviño is a phenomenal singer, you know, a phenomenal songwriter too. And acaso no te das cuenta? It's on the new CD.
Yeah.
It's different, but I told him, you need to know your history about us because in the 90s, when we did Te Vas a Acordar, that very slow tempo, Te Vas a Acordar de mí, which by the way, 4 bands have recorded that song in the last 3-4 years.
True.
And they took the same arrangement and I'm good with that, right? I mean, I should be feeling really good or stuff like that, but I'm not. But again, the new CD, it's got cumbias, a little bit different. It's got that country, the Texas swing, two-step, you know, traditional stuff. It's got a ballad there. It's got a gospel message to Sabía que eras tú, stuff like that. But so does that make me Tejano country too? You know, because of that one song.
I think it should. I mean,
Should,
put you
yeah,
in that
yeah.
category.
Well, here's the thing.
Without a doubt, yeah.
Back in the 70s, D, I don't think you were born yet, but but back in the 70s, you know, I was a teenager and I would listen to KTSA 55, KTSA San Antonio, and they played everything, you know, and everything was pop back then. Everything was pop. You could hear was Chicago, of course, Earth, Wind and Fire, Stevie Wonder, which was Motown, you know, stuff like that. But you could also hear
I found love on it.
don't do that, John. Don't do that. John Denver playing country, Kenny Rogers country. So estaba mezclado. It was mixed because it was popular. So have we gotten to where will they accept Tejano music, progressives? Like, I know they I don't want to mention the other artists that they're old, but there's some of them that are 60 and over, and I'm one of them, right? But do we become Tejano pop now? Or we're too old because it's not popular, you know? Again, the demographics show that there's a lot of people listening to us, you know? My God, those Spotify analytics are just like, there's like 50,000 listeners in a month hearing our music.
I don't think they're lying.
And no. The thing is, we're never out there, hardly ever in Monterrey stuff. But it's like 60 something de puro Texas, something like that, and 50,000 de puro Monterrey. That's really close. You would think that Texas would be, you know, really
Off the charts,
kicking it, yeah. But again, nowadays, and we go back to this Texas Country Music Association, you know, they're starting to add Tejano artists, right? It's a good thing. I really do. The nominations, I go back to the Latin Grammys, you know. I mean, it's one thing when you're not nominated and you're looking at, okay, I would vote for this guy. But when you're nominated, like we were, and then Juan Treviño wins, the first thing I said to myself, I don't think Juan Treviño is Tejano, really. But then when the band from the other year that won from, is it like El Plan?
El Plan,
yeah.
From Monterrey, I thought, they're not Tejano. The more I kept listening and meeting Juan Treviño, I mean, he's a phenomenal singer. Now, this is where it's at. The Latin Grammys, you have to be in the business. You have to be qualified. You're a recording artist. You have to have so many tracks. You have to have, you know, a resume. And then they vote on if they let you in. You pay your dues and you're a member. Okay. So if you're a member, you know, there's people that are not members and they're going to be criticizing, ¿por qué the Latin? Well, no, you gotta know the game, right?
True. Uh-huh.
Now, do you ask me, is Juan Treviño Tejano? And now I would say, I think definitely yes now, because of what's happening in the landscape with all the radio. You know, things have been changing.
Yeah.
You know,
styles have been changing
so,
a little bit.
So I'm not one. It's not Tejano old school or progressive or Tejano keyboards. I mean, so what do we say? Tejano with just accordion, Tejano with just horns, which used to be Chicano, right?
Sure, yeah.
Used to be
Chicano
Chicano
days. Yeah.
You know, so but now there's prerequisites, and either you're a member, or you're participating, or you're not. But there's so many people that don't know the game, and they criticize it, right? Okay. But why would you exclude a Gary Hobbs from a lot of these categories just because of my age? Hey, that's being a racist. Think about it.
Yeah.
Because of my age, or because I've been along before, after Moses, you know? Pero, again, well, there's artists that are older than me, and I don't want to say their age and stuff, but they're phenomenal. David Mares can still sing, you know.
Oh, yeah.
He's phenomenal. You know, he's older than me, not by much, okay. And Little Joe, still singing, kicking it, man.
Yeah.
You know. There's
Ruben
some other artists that are,
Ramos.
Ruben
Ramos, yeah.
Ruben Ramos still out there. He's kicking, you know. Roberto Pulido is out there, you know. But so the landscape has changed a lot. I don't think you can see Tejano anymore. Just like my biggest beef before we close this segment, my biggest beef is que a lot of Tejanos accept Tejano norteño bands or Tejano cumbia, you know, Tejano. Okay, but why doesn't Mexican radio in the States accept us as Tejanos? Because we have cumbias and rancheras or ballads, but the moment they see Gary Hobbs, oh, pues es Tejanito, yeah, but play the music if people give it a chance.
Yeah.
But just like Gary Hobbs, there's other people that have great music. Okay, I don't have great music, but there's other people that have great music. You know, Mexican radio should be playing Ram Herrera and Jay Perez. But if they see them too progressive, no los tocan, pues then, you know, who's gonna criticize Mexican radio? Nobody. They seem to be, you know, above the crowd.
They got the feria.
Again, Texas Country Music Association, November 9th, Billy Bob's Texas, historic Fort Worth Stockyards, and headlined by Kevin Fowler, someone that we've met, friends of ours, nice guy, great artist. But in all sincerity, congratulations, pues Texas Latino and Keith Nieto, Ram Herrera, Nuevo Regiment, and Sonny Sauceda. My money's on Sonny Sauceda. I got friends in high places.
Man.
Hey, you're listening to Gary Hobbs, the podcast. We are in Eagle Pass, Texas. Before we leave this segment, we want to thank our proud sponsors, Domingo Garcia, the Domingo Garcia Law Firm. They have offices in Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, Odessa, Texas, and Fort Worth, Texas. Also, the CRI Electric out of San Antonio, Texas, and Triple J Custom Welding, Seguin, Texas. We'll be right back. And we're back. Gary Hobbs, the podcast. Johnny D, Diddle D, Jay-Z, the OG. What a topic we had.
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know we're going to hear from several guys. It's okay.
We want to hear you.
Yeah.
Al rato caen los mensajes.
Yeah. Hey, on today's Tejano, before we get into today's Tejano segment, reminding everybody from our Gary Hobbs Family and Friends Cruise, number 7. Just FYI, guys, we are like at 620 guests.
There you
620 guests. God
That's
is
awesome.
good. Gracias a Dios. And that's not including musicians and staff. Okay, so new record. Those other cruise haters, hey, you know, there's some new kings now.
Top that.
You tried it, but you know. Yeah.
Hey, Gary Hobbs Family and Friends Cruise. Gary Hobbs Family and Friends Cruise. February 1st through the 8th, 2026, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, Harmony of the Seas. On board, the voice, Jay Perez and the band, Ram Herrera, David Mares, Ruben Peña, a.k.a. Tejano Loco, special guest, DJ Tiffy Tiff, Gary Hobbs, and the usual suspects. Still visit us at GaryHobbsCruise.com or call our travel agent, Happy Mireles, 469-450-1168. No passport required. Now, on that note, just here on the podcast, we're gonna let the cat out of the bag, and we'll find out who really listened. But hey guys, Gary Hobbs Family and Friends Cruise number 8 is already on the book. Starting now. January 31st. January 31st through February 7th, 2027. Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, Symphony of the Seas, new ship. Again, call Happy Mireles, 469-450-1168. We do have a payment plan for that available and no passport required. Now, why, Gary, desde ahorita 2027? Well, because it really does take about 14, 15 months to organize this, but to get the venues on ship, you can ask those other cruise coordinators that do. It's not as easy as it sounds, brother. But we are blessed that people have participated and attended our cruises. Of course, our number 7 is coming up this February 1st through the 8th, 2026. But con el favor de Dios, Gary Hobbs Family and Friends Cruise number 8 starts now, January 31st through February 7th, 2027.
And check it out on GaryHobbsCruise.com.
Yes, a new ship, Symphony of the Seas. So we did 4 cruises on Liberty of the Seas, which is a really nice ship. And now with this one coming up, it'll be 3 on Harmony of the Seas. And con el favor de Dios, number 8 is going to be great. I'm a rapper. Rap this. Okay, Symphony of the Seas. January 31st through February 7th, 2027. I will tell you guys, I hope we can get Gary Hobbs and the usual suspects on board. Okay, we're still negotiating that one, but hey, it's out there. We're trying to, throw it out there. We like Stephanie Montiel back because then her daughter, Lily Bella, she's an artist too. She's putting out new music, and the Zavala family is just so talented. But anybody see her out there? Hey. Need to get on Gary's cruise again. Stephanie Montiel, if you're listening, we love you, Diana and I, and hopefully you'll join us on number 8. But again, January 31st through February 7th, 2027. Now, on today's Tejano segment, we have new music by Jenny BD.
Yes, sir.
Jenny B.
That's right.
She's got a new song, Amarte A Ti. Amarte A Ti. It's written by Gerardo Valenzuela. This is Jenny B, Amarte A Ti, here on Gary Hobbs, the podcast.
Clavó como una espada en mi corazón, como fuego lento que arde en mi piel, y no me supe defender, amigo mío. Tú eres mi dulce tentación, mi fantasía, lo que pensé ya nunca más volver a amar. Caí en las redes de tu amor. una espada en mi corazón, como fuego lento que arde en mi piel, y no me supe defender, amigo mío. Tú eres mi dulce tentación, mi fantasía, lo que pensé ya nunca más volver a amar. Caí en las redes de tu amor. Amarte a ti, sentir tu piel, tus caricias y tus besos. Amarte a ti, vivir por ti, no es lo que yo más quiero. Yo no sé qué voy a hacer con esto que yo siento. Sería tan feliz si te fijaras en mí. Amarte a ti, sentir tu piel. Amarte a ti, vivir por ti. Amarte a ti, sentir tu piel.
Amarte a ti, Jenny B. Sounds great, no? But it's,
Yeah.
What,
It's
what
good
did
song.
you say? Like 90s?
Yeah, it sounds like the 90s style.
Ahí, de bien
Back
movida.
in, back in the day, yeah.
Oh, in Movida, I don't know if I could dance that though. Me.
Yeah, I
Me.
don't dance, so.
Me. Me. I can sway on stage. I sway.
There you
I
go.
sway. I don't know if I could dance that beat, but it's great music. Jenny B. Amarte a ti, written by Gerardo Valenzuela. Now, today's Tejano, guys. Okay, so we go back to Gary Hobbs, Soy Libre, Freddy Records. Okay, so we recorded a song once again by Irving Berlin, the great Irving Berlin, one of those composer writers from the golden age who became a millionaire with his songs, all the soundtracks, movies. And that's where Hector got it from Frank Sinatra, but Frank Sinatra got it from Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, stuff like that. And the first time I heard it with Hector, I go, man, that song comes out as a country two-step, a swing, stuff like that. So we did attack it like that. Now, I want everybody to hear Change Partners. It's off the new CD. And my question will be, would this qualify us for a Texas Country Music Association Tejano category Artist of the Year next year? It's Gary Hobbs, Change Partners.
Must you dance every dance with the same fortunate man? You have danced with him since the music began. Won't you change partners and dance with me? Must you dance quite so close, with your lips touching his face? Can't you see I'm longing to be in his place? Won't you change partners and dance with me? Ask him to sit this one out, and when you're alone, I'll ask the waiter to tell him he's wanted on the telephone. You've been locked in his arms ever since I don't know when. Won't you change partners and dance? You may never want to change partners again. right so close, with your lips touching his face. Can't you see I'm longing to be in his place? Won't you change partners and dance with me? Ask him to sit this one out, and when you're alone, I'll ask the waiter to tell him he's wanted on the telephone. You've been locked in his arms ever since I don't know when. Won't you change partners and dance? You may never want to change partners again.
Change partners. Gary Hobbs from the Soy Libre album. Freddy Records out of Corpus Christi. That should get us a nomination next year. Texas Country Music Association. For anybody listening. Tejano category. Artist of the Year. New music. Yeah, right.
Those friends in the high places.
Yeah.
Make
Friends
sure you
in high
listen to this
places.
song.
Vote for me. This is Gary Hobbs, the podcast. We are in Eagle Pass, Texas. We'll be right back. Before we leave, compadre, got it right, huh? Got it right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Before we leave, hey, compadre, you think I should have twanged more that the change part? No. Dance with me.
No, it's just good. Like the.
Is I?
Yeah, it's.
Is I?
It's I.
Alright. Hey, you can visit our websites, GaryHobbs.com. Also for our cruises, GaryHobbsCruise.com. We're on social media. Facebook, Gary Hobbs Official. Facebook, Gary Hobbs Página Oficial. Also on Instagram, Gary Hobbs Official. We're on X, Gary Hobbs Official. And on TikTok, Gary Hobbs .official. Don't be mistaken with the hackers and the fakos, and Gary Hobbs .official.
That's right.
TikTok. Once again, we want you to subscribe, hit the like, ring the bell, share it. Gary Hobbs, the podcast on all digital platforms. You know, I had said there was somebody else, and se me fue la onda, but compadre, RQ, right?
Mr. RQ, yeah, radio show in Nampa, Idaho.
Man, he's like your RQ, you number one fan aquí, mi compadre Jaime Samago, man. We're on the road and he's listening to your show, and I mean, it's like, hey, but we may be on his show, on his radio.
I used to listen to him when he was in the radio in Weiser, Idaho, at KWEI. When I was like maybe 6-7 years old, he was already on the radio working.
And you remember that, compadre?
Oh yeah, I used to listen to the radio station there every day.
You forgot last week we had Speaker Day.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Speaker Day was back in the 90s. We had the whole crew, 6-8 roadies here. Just, you know, they had to clean up the PA system and the lights and the bolts and set up
everything out there in the front.
Yep.
Parking lot.
Take it all out.
Those were the
back
days, my friend. We thought they never. Okay, but before we leave, we did post our schedule on all our social media sites, Facebook and on X and on TikTok. But 4th of July, we are here at Moncada Baseball Field, Eagle Pass, Texas, with the city of Eagle Pass. Hey, Johnny scored me on that gig and didn't call Johnny. That's
No.
That's okay.
Womp, womp.
Sorry, Johnny. Oh,
It's all right.
I'll see what I can do next time.
It's okay.
It's July, the 4th of July here in Eagle Pass, Texas. Down to the free home of the wild. Okay. July the 5th, Boots and Heels Saloon, Lytle, Texas. But they're celebrating the 3rd anniversary. We're going to be there Saturday night. Con el favor de Dios. Dear friend Janie Rodriguez, want to thank her for booking us for her 3rd anniversary. We did the 2nd anniversary too.
No, Jim.
Boots and Heel Saloon, Lytle, Texas, this Saturday. July 12th, we're in Vegas, Tejano Takeover, Las Vegas, Nevada. And gracias a Dios, we are at the Gran Baile. We're finishing headlining the Saturday, Gran Baile. Las Vegas, Nevada, July the 12th. July the 18th, we're at Pure Tejano in Lubbock, Texas. Everybody in Lubbock, Texas, big shout out. July 20th, we are in Amarillo, Texas. Our Lady of Guadalupe Church, Jamaica. July 20th, Amarillo, Texas. July 24th, we are at Tequilas, San Antonio, Texas. July 25th, Dorado VIP, Houston, Texas. And July 27th, we are back in Kima Boardwalk. Kima Boardwalk, that's in Kima, Texas. That's an early show in the evening, but once again, July 25th. And before we leave again, we want to thank everybody for supporting us, and especially our proud sponsors. A big shout out once again, Domingo Garcia and the Domingo Garcia Law Firm. Also, CRI Electric in San Antonio, and Triple J Custom Welding, Seguin, Texas. I want to thank you, Gary Hobbs, the podcast, episode 4. Thank you, Johnny D. Thank you, Little D.
Sir.
Mi compadre Jay-Z.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
My name's Gary Hobbs, the OG, Old Gary. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Dios los guarde, Dios los cuide. God bless.
See ya.
See ya. God bless.